What would you do if your choices could change history? Would you risk it all to stand up for what's right? This is the story of Esther, a young woman whose courage shaped the destiny of a nation. But before her rise, there were hidden dangers, deadly plots, and a queen who dared to defy the most powerful man on earth. Stay with us as we dive deeper into the extraordinary story of Queen Esther, an unforgettable tale of bravery, intrigue, and divine purpose. Our story begins with Queen Vashti, the first queen of Persia mentioned in this tale. She was beautiful, bold, and confident, qualities that would soon put her at odds with her husband, King Xerxes. During a lavish feast that lasted for 7 days, Xerxes, in a drunken display of power, summoned Vashti to appear before his guests. His command was shocking. Vashti was to parade her beauty before a room of intoxicated men. But Vashti refused. Her dignity outweighed her fear of the king. Imagine her courage, standing up to the most powerful man in the world in a time when women had little to no authority. Her defiance came at a cost. Enraged, Xerxes banished Vashti and decreed that her disobedience would serve as a warning to all women in the empire. Her fall from grace paved the way for Esther to rise. Xerxes soon regretted his decision, and his advisors suggested a search for a new queen. Across the vast Persian Empire, beautiful young women were gathered and brought to the palace, including a young Jewish orphan named Esther. Under her cousin Mordecai's guidance, Esther kept her Jewish identity a secret. She stood out not only for her beauty but also for her humility and wisdom. When her turn came to meet the king, Xerxes was captivated. He crowned her queen, unaware of the remarkable role she was destined to play. Meanwhile, another character entered the stage, Haman, the king's highest-ranking official. Haman was cunning, ambitious, and deeply arrogant. When Mordecai refused to bow to him, a sign of honor reserved for God alone, Haman's pride turned to hatred. But Haman's evil wasn't limited to Mordecai. He devised a plan to annihilate all Jews in the empire. Playing on the king's trust and ignorance, Haman presented the Jews as a rebellious, lawless people. He offered Xerxes a bribe of 10,000 talents of silver, an enormous fortune, to issue a decree for their destruction. The king, either indifferent or misled, agreed. The edict was sealed, and the date of execution was set. Letters were sent across the empire, leaving the Jewish people in shock and despair. But Haman wasn't content with just destroying the Jews, he sought to consolidate his power further. Unbeknownst to Xerxes, a group of conspirators planned to assassinate the king. Mordecai, who worked near the palace gates, overheard the plot. He quickly relayed the information to Esther, who reported it to the king in Mordecai's name. The conspirators were investigated, found guilty, and executed. Mordecai's loyalty was recorded in the royal chronicles, a detail that would later prove crucial to the story. As the threat against the Jews loomed, Mordecai sent a message to Esther, "Who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this?" Esther faced an impossible choice. Approaching the king without being summoned was punishable by death, but remaining silent could mean the destruction of her people. After 3 days of fasting and prayer, Esther decided, "If I perish, I perish." Esther approached the king, and he extended his scepter, sparing her life. But she didn't reveal her request immediately. Instead, she invited Xerxes and Haman to a banquet, a move that heightened both anticipation and tension. At the second banquet, Esther revealed her secret, "I am Jewish, and my people are in danger because of Haman's evil plan." Xerxes was furious. Haman's plot was exposed, and in a dramatic twist, Haman was executed on the very gallows he had prepared for Mordecai. The king issued a new decree allowing the Jews to defend themselves. When the fateful day arrived, the Jewish people triumphed over their enemies. Mordecai was promoted to a position of great influence, and Esther's courage became a beacon of hope. The Jewish festival of Purim was established to commemorate their deliverance, a celebration of faith, courage, and divine intervention. The story of Esther is a timeless reminder that even in the darkest moments, courage and faith can overcome evil. Vashti's dignity, Mordecai's loyalty, and Esther's bravery each played a part in this extraordinary tale. What about you? When faced with life's challenges, how will you respond? Will you rise to the occasion, as Esther did? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories of inspiration and triumph. Until next time, remember, one brave decision can change everything.